Today is June 24th, and it happens to be the one-year anniversary of the deadly oceanfront condo building collapse in Surfside, Florida. You remember this video. 98 people died when the 12-story tower just spontaneously flattened. Most of those victims were just sleeping in their beds. Brooke Schaefer joining us live from Surfside to talk about safety legislation that's now in place as a result of this tragedy. And again, this is the first day for any of the victims' families to actually visit the site.
Yeah, the victims' families and the public, actually, Adrienne, are going to be able to go to a memorial happening at this site in just a couple of hours. And even as that is happening, though, there are still a lot of questions about this condo collapse. What brought this building down is still under a federal investigation. But what we do know is that the collapse here in Surfside changed the world of condos, especially here in Florida. There are now new requirements in place for condo owners across the state, like earlier inspections for condos along the shoreline. I spoke with an attorney here in South Florida. She talked about the initial shock and worry from people in condos, wondering if what happened in Surfside could happen to them.
After the initial shock, the biggest question is, can this happen to us? The new legislation is a good step forward. Okay, it's going to have significant impact. However, we do see a lot of glitches in the legislation and a lot of inconsistencies that will have to be addressed.
Still, she said, of course, the goal here is to make sure that this never happens again. Again, as we said, in just a couple of hours, people are going to start filing into the collapse site. It's the first time it's being open to the public since this collapse, and it'll happen as a memorial for those 98 victims. Adrienne?
All right, Brooke, thank you so much. We want to get to our own Brian Enton. He was one of the first reporters on the scene of this deadly collapse. Brian, good morning. I have to tell you, I will never forget this story. I will never forget this video. Just to think there was no warning, there was no time for any of these residents to escape that building.
Yeah, it's awful, Adrienne. And to think that entire families were lost, you know, grandparents, children, and grandchildren, all from the same families, multiple families. It was just so awful. I was thinking this morning about that it was a year ago. You know, I was about to fly out on a different story. I live in Miami. I was in Miami. It was early in the morning. I started seeing a couple little tweets from neighbors who posted pictures. And at first I thought, you know, maybe it was the balconies that just collapsed, because that's happened before, where like bad concrete will just cause balconies on old buildings to go down. And so I was hopeful, okay, maybe this isn't as bad as it might be. And then we got out there and immediately saw the rubble and realized, oh my gosh, like an entire section of this building has come down.
I saw the tweets myself that morning early and thought, this looks like special effects. This looks like a movie. What was it like for you in those first hours of reporting on this story?
I mean, it was awful because there were I mean, you know how it is, Adrienne, at a story like this, family members start to show up wanting to see what's going on and see if their family members are okay. And when you got out there, you immediately realized that this was really, really bad, because you could see the mounds of rubble. And you know, it was still hazy and smoking. So getting out there right away was awful because you could hear people crying. And there were people there who got out of the building. Remember, there were people that were able to get out of that one section early on, who were just sort of standing there in disbelief, watching. And then you had neighbors, you know, there's other buildings right there, just like 20 feet away on each side are the other condo buildings. And those people had been evacuated and were out on the street just sort of looking in disbelief. They had heard the rumble when the building came down. So it was awful. It was obviously a moment I'll never forget.
And it was awful for a couple of reasons, because it was like you saw city officials endeavoring to bring a sense of calm and even hope, but it turned into days of just long waits for these families that would have needed a miracle to see someone come out of that rubble, because it was just so demolished. Has there been any type of news that you've heard there in Miami in terms of what the cause was, or what changes will be done for buildings like this to be protected and for residents to be protected?
So we don't have an official cause yet, Adrienne. Everyone is obviously waiting on that. The federal government is investigating, but there have been so many signs and videos that have come out of this building that show that it was just in very, very bad shape. I mean, there was saltwater intrusion, there were cracks in the foundation, videos from under the parking garage when they did inspections before. It just looked awful. There was rust, there was rebarb showing. So it was clearly a problem with the building. Exactly what the problem was and what led up to it actually collapsing, we're still waiting to hear from the federal government. In terms of changes that have been made, there's been legislation passed. It's been interesting living in Miami, Adrienne, because they passed this new legislation where they do more inspections on the buildings. And they've been doing those inspections and finding problems in other big buildings. And we've done other stories where they've evacuated other buildings and made people move out for weeks because they found problems in those buildings too. And obviously those people are frustrated, but it's like, look what happened in Surfside. I mean, you got to be better safe than sorry.
Absolutely. And what a great ending in one sense, even though this is the most devastating, one of the worst tragedies to me in our nation's history, to see this happen and to see that this could happen. Brian, I'm glad that those buildings are being improved. And I know you're going to be busy tonight filling in for Ashley Banfield on Banfield. That is this evening at 10 p.m., 9 Central Time. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.